Hi, everybody. If you've taken my yoga classes before, you know how much I emphasize balance. It is such an important aspect of our fitness, and it also concerns a lot of folks. So this is an important message whether you're an athlete wanting to improve at your sport or whether you're a senior and concerned about falling. So we all can improve through balance practice. But why is balance such a big deal? Well, the fact is we stand on 2 feet as human beings. This is a great advantage because it allows us to have our arms and hands free to be able to do really cool stuff like hit golf balls or hug people or hold a cup of coffee. So it really is an advantage to state the obvious, but the problem is that we've got to deal with standing on 2 feet instead of being down on hands and knees, which would make balance not even an issue. So we have to take into account this challenge. So there's a couple things, actually there's several things, but we're going to cover 2 today that you could think about. The number 1 thing to think about is to be aware of where your midline is. So I'm going to bring my feet close together and I'm just going to draw a line from my navel up through the crown of my head, feeling myself being really extended and tall and really getting a sense for where my midline is. And then if I just kind of move from side to side and forward and back, then I get a sense for where my center point is. So that's a good little practice to do, just observing where center is. And then the second thing you can do when you practice your balance is to use your muscle system. Now this may sound so obvious, but oftentimes we don't use our muscles as well as we should. So I'm going to just do a basic one-legged standing position, or what I call a stork. So I'm going to start by bending my right knee so that my left leg is established as my balance leg. So I'm going to make sure that my weight is evenly distributed in my left foot. I'm going to pull my belly in, get myself standing as tall as I can. Now, if you need to for safety, you can always place a hand on a chair or the counter, or else on the hips. And then I'm just going to slowly engage this left side, so squeezing every muscle I can over here on this left side as I pick the right foot off the ground. I'm really pulling the tummy in. I'm squeezing my legs tight, which holds me up in place here. Now you could do just a low lift of the foot, or you could try lifting the foot a little higher. Really pull the belly in tight, feel every muscle working strongly here. And then of course I would practice it on the other side, so that my left knee bends, my right leg is going to be established as my support leg. So I squeeze and activate all these muscles over here. So I'm trying to get my glute muscles to fire behind, the hip flexor, the quads, all of these hip stabilizer muscles are working. The belly is pulling in, so I feel extra strong and tight here. Really use your muscles to hold yourself up in this balance. And the more you use your muscles, the more stable you will be. Now, another exercise you could practice then is just to take this to another level. So remember to hold on to something if you need it for safety. I'm going to move to the side here so you can see this movement. I'm going to really establish my height, my good posture. And then the left leg is strong and active as my support leg. The right foot lifts. I'm extending the leg out in front, holding my body as still as I can. And then simply swinging the leg behind, pulling the belly in, and then sweeping the leg to the outside, squeezing my support leg muscles tight, swinging the leg back out in front, really lifting tall, and lower the foot onto the ground. And establishing the right leg, left knee bends, lifting the knee, squeezing my muscles as tight as I can, pulling the belly in firmly, extend, swing the leg behind, really pulling that belly in tight. I'm really firing these muscles. Sweep the leg out and return back to center. So practicing your balance frequently, doing that kind of circular motion there, or just simply getting one foot off the ground, those are great basic exercises for your balance. But do remember to feel where midline is, midline of your body, the midline of your foot, so you're balancing your foot, and then also really engaging your muscles. It's essential that you use your muscles when you're doing balance practice to help train those muscles to work properly for you. Okay, so I'll have more videos on balance here in the future, so be sure to check back on the website, and I'll see you soon.